Hello everyone, and here at Christ the King in St. Bernadette Pastorate. I'm Father Austin, your pastor, and I want to greet you as we get ready to enter into the holy season of Lent. Remember, Ash Wednesday is Wednesday, February 18th, and we have a selection of masses here in the pastorate for us to attend to enter into the season, to receive our ashes and remind ourselves of the penitential flavor of this season. That'll begin on the 18th. And then moving forward, there's some other things that I want to have us to be aware of so that as we go in, we try to make the most of our Lent, that we are aware of how we can do that. First and foremost, very important to remember that on the weekend of February 21st and 22nd, our new pastorate mass schedule will begin. That's the first Sunday of Lent. That is the 21st and 22nd of February. So remember, we will have Mass in English at 5 p.m. on Saturdays here at St. Bernadette, and then we will have a 7 p.m. Mass in Spanish at Christ the King with confessions preceding them. On Sundays, we will have a 7 a.m. Mass in English at Christ the King, and then a 9 a.m. Mass at St. Bernadette, also in English. We'll have a 10 a.m. Mass at Christ the King Church. And we also have a 11 a.m. Mass at Monsignor Slade in Spanish. And finally, we will have a 1 p.m. Mass at St. Bernadette in Spanish. Remember, that starts on February 21st and 22nd, so please make arrangements accordingly. The other thing, as we enter into Lent, remember we have all sorts of spiritual exercises and practices that people like to take advantage of during that holy season. One of the big ones is the Stations of the Cross. Typically on Fridays, we offer Stations of the Cross in the evening. This year we're going to do something a little different, or at least new. We're going to offer Stations of the Cross on Friday at noon at St. Bernadette here in the church. Those will be offered in English at noon, as well as having English stations at St. Bernadette at 7 p.m. in the evening. And then we'll also have stations in Spanish at Christ the King Church, also at 7 p.m. So 3 opportunities for the Stations of the Cross on Fridays during Lent: noon at St. Bernadette, 7 p.m. at St. Bernadette in English, 7 p.m. at Christ the King in Spanish. Other things that you want to be aware of, a lot of people take advantage of it already, but if you don't, and maybe during Lent you want to add something new, we have opportunities for adoration every week, in fact. Every Tuesday, we have adoration of the Blessed Sacrament at the chapel at Christ the King Parish Center from about 9 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. Everyone is welcome. You just come on into the office and we'll point you toward the chapel. But we also have in the evenings from 6 to 7 p.m. adoration in the church at St. Bernadette. Along with adoration in the church, we also offer the Sacrament of Reconciliation. Again, that's from 6 to 7 p.m. every Tuesday. We're also going to offer an extraordinary opportunity for the Sacrament of Reconciliation as we get farther on in Lent. So on the evening of March 24th and March 25th, we will offer group confessions. People can come when they like from 5 to 6 to 8 p.m., I think it is, on March 24th at St. Bernadette and March 25th at Christ the King. So again, more opportunities for the Sacrament of Reconciliation as we enter into this penitential season. One other thing that I want to make everyone aware of too is, remember, we have a partnership, a parish partnership with the Hallow prayer app, the Catholic prayer app. It's a great opportunity for you to renew your prayer life, maybe learn some new prayers, or to simply pray along with your fellow parishioners and also some pretty famous people. Various stars from Hollywood and from the music scene will be guiding us and accompanying us through the Lenten challenge. It's called Pray 40, which is a prayer challenge which we pray each and every day through the season of Lent. We have one prayer challenge that is oriented for adults and mature disciples, but we also have another one that is also oriented toward teens and their families. Both of them should be up and ready on the app right now, so you can get into the waiting line for it. And then when Ash Wednesday comes around, the challenge starts and you can begin praying. And remember, that Hallow app is also wonderful to offer intentions and prayer needs that you might have, as well as to pray for your brothers and sisters here in the pastorate. So do download the Hallow app on your phone. It's free to do. And then find our parish, Christ the King and St. Bernadette, and join. And by joining, you have access to all of the prayer challenges that we share in as a pastorate. Finally, I just want to let you all know that as we go through this season of Lent, we're going through it with you. And we will be praying for you and your families as always. And I invite you, in fact, I ask you, please pray for your priests, your deacons, your staff. I hope that this season of Lent is a time for renewal, a time to grow in holiness, to experience the joys of the pillars of Lent, which are prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, and that through those we deepen our relationship with Christ so that when we emerge at Easter, we are able to share in the joy of the resurrection. I hope to see you all throughout the season, and remember, we're united in prayer. God bless you all.